Am I the idiot? For cooking food while my roommate's girlfriend was here and offering her some 21 from the South. I grew up in New Orleans and Texas. My mom runs a catering business and the majority of clients were either at home in Louisiana or in Texas. I add this to say that I grew up cooking and helping my mom cook for the business. I was frying chicken and catfish when I could reach the stove and making gumbo and buttermilk biscuits at a very young. I'm currently in culinary school right now. I've lived in a rented house on the East Coast with my roommate 22 for a year and a half. He's not a friend or anything. We just linked up because we both needed roommates in the area. He's good to live with and we watch shows and movies together. We hang out and go out for drinks sometimes. I always make friends easy because of being from the South and doing customer service related things since I was a kid. I know how to talk and charm and listen to folk despite being naturally more in the introverted spectrum. My roommate has been seeing his girlfriend 20 for like 6 months. I've met her before and seen her in passing. Roommate and his girlfriend had a 2-week break from school things. She still lives at her parents' so she decided to stay here the whole 2 weeks. I was just doing things as I would normally do. It got weird at first when I was about to go mow the lawn and the roommate stopped me and said he wanted to mow. I usually always mow. A couple of days later I was outside washing my car. I asked both of them if they wanted me to do theirs. She looked like she was going to agree but he looked at her angrily so they declined. I cook pretty frequently at home as well and usually let my roommate have some. So anytime I'd make some I would say that they could have some and this would get him pissed. Weeks prior when she was here and we were all talking, she mentioned this specific kind of cheesecake that she really likes. So I made and sent out a group text that everyone could have it. My roommate got upset. I don't see anything as overstepping a boundary as this is how I treat him and all guests. The other day he told me how annoying it was to hear his girlfriend talk about how good your roommate can fresh baked bread is. I'm not trying to make him look bad or anything. This is simply how I was raised. If I bake 2 loaves of bread I'm gonna leave it out for the house to eat. Edit the cheesecake is just common courtesy type thing to me. When his parents come over I make pound cake because they like it. If a guest is coming you make what they like. Nothing odd about picking up their favorite chips or making some tea when guests arrive. Just how I was raised at it. Wow, this has blown up. Just wanna say we generally have a good roommate relationship. We're not best friends but it's friendly enough. The only change has been when his girlfriend is here. So lol, no, I am not looking for new roommates to be adopted or to move but thanks. Here is some more things that upset him. I went to the grocery store and asked if anyone needed anything. I was frying chicken and offered the first best pieces out the oil to them. I changed the oil to my own car. I used a smoker in the backyard to make brisket. I grill and smoke in the backyard and needed a piece of wood cut into a certain way to hold something up. I cut and nailed some wood together in the garage. Feels like I can't even exist while she is here. Final edit. I tend to see the good and best in people. So I was not seeing him as being very insecure and was trying to look at this in a more positive light. But he just texted me and said that I greet his girlfriend in too kind of a way and it's annoying that I say be safe when she leaves the house. I say this to him and everyone when they tell me they are going somewhere. He sent me a long text detailing it's bad that I look her in the eyes when she is talking to me. Maybe it is time for a new roommate. Verdict not the asshole. Relevant comments from original poster. If a guest is over you make stuff they like. When his parents spend time here I bake them pound cake because they like pound cake. Just hospitality. And I was already outside washing mine. Washing his and his girlfriend's car wouldn't be no issue on the roommate's gin real life friend. She's an attractive lady but I hardly know her. Don't have romantic interests in her and I'm not in the business of going after women in relationships. Update: my account was suspended due to some Reddit error. Probably because I made a new throwaway and received a lot of attention. I messaged Reddit and the issue was quickly resolved. So that is why the last post was removed. It's back now. I'm not sure what the rules on updates are here. A lot of people wanted an update. I wanted to see my roommate in a more positive light. I tend to try to see the best in people but reading the replies and his recent actions have opened my eyes. I never took him too seriously because he's a pretty harmless little guy in my perspective. There is a big difference in how he lashes out at me compared to his girlfriend. He's gotten big tough with me in text form but only mildly upset when I see him in person. I have taken a step back and looked at anything I could have done to provoke him, not excusing his behavior, and while I don't believe I am in the wrong for being hospitable and hosting a guest. If a 75-year-old man were staying with us, I would treat him the same as I have treated his girlfriend. I do realize that he is not from the South. I was told by others in school that women outside the South don't enjoy being called ma'am. However, I've never seen a lady get angry if I did call her ma'am up here. I call women of all ages dear or darling, and I could see how that could be seen as flirtatious even though it's just part of how I speak. Now that he knows I have seen him in his true form, he doesn't even try to act the way he did before. I sent his girlfriend screenshots of the texts he sent and told her the things he said. I'm not sure if she is leaving or staying, but I've let her know and told her to let me know if she needs any help. I don't plan on moving anytime soon as I enjoy having room for a grill and smoker and a garage. He told me he's looking for new places to live and will potentially go back to his parents. I make enough working at a restaurant to afford the rent alone. I would like more going into savings, but I'm not worried financially for the time being. I am flattered and overwhelmed by all the positive replies. About 100 of you told me to thank my mom, so I sure will. I grew up working in hospitality with my mom and siblings. My dad is the one that instilled respect into me. He never felt emasculated even when my mom's business ended up making more than he does. They just save their money from their jobs and go on vacation a lot. Thank you for all the kindness and offers for adoption, jobs, relationships, friendships, lol. A lot of people wanting gumbo and chicken recipes. Too much to type out, but I use curry powder in a lot of things to give it some good flavor. That's how my mom does it. White pepper is essential for the good fried chicken flavor. So is Rumi, upon seeing basic decency and manners, instead of raising his own bar, decided to be an utterly pathetic, wet wipe of a human being. Seriously, if someone else makes you look bad for the way you treat a girlfriend or whatever, just maybe consider, I dunno, doing and being better.